In Genesis chapter 14, Abram interacts with a person named Melchizedek. This follows immediately after Abram's victory over armies that had taken his nephew Lot captive. Melchizedek is a fascinating character. This is what we read in verses 18 through 20. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was the priest of God Most High, and he blessed him and said, Blessed be Abram of God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand. And he gave him a tithe of all. So Melchizedek is a fascinating character. Here are some of the things we learn about him. 7 observations. 1. He is the king of Salem. Salem means peace. Thus, Melchizedek is the king of peace. 2. Melchizedek means king of righteousness. 3. There's no mention of Melchizedek in the genealogies. No beginning and no end. 4. He brings out bread and wine, a form of communion. 5. He's referred to as a priest. 6. He blesses Abram and rightfully credits God with the victory. And then 7. Abram gives Melchizedek a tenth of the spoils, a tithe prior to Mosaic law. Melchizedek is a foreshadowing of Jesus Christ. He's a type of Christ, and it's likely that he's an appearance of Christ, a Christophany, prior to the baby in the manger. Consider these 6 insights. 1. Both are kings of peace. Jesus is the Prince of Peace. 2. Both are kings of righteousness. Jesus is the key to right standing before God. 3. Both are priests with no beginning and no end. Jesus said, before Abraham was, I am. In other words, he always was, always is, and always will be. 4. Both introduce communion, bread and wine, fellowship with God. 5. Both bless God's people. We are blessed in Christ. And then 6. Both receive gifts from people. We give of ourselves to Christ. Let's be those who respond to Christ as Abram responded to Melchizedek, who walk in peace. Jesus is our Prince of Peace, and he gives peace to his people. Who walk in righteousness, right standing before God because of what Jesus has done for us on the cross. Who celebrate communion with Christ, cultivating a very close relationship with him, holding nothing back. Who walk as blessed people, blessed as sons and daughters of the Most High God. And who are generous people, who give of our time, our talents, our heart, our finances, and our spiritual gifts. Jesus gave everything for us. In return, we have the privilege of offering ourselves as living sacrifices for God's purposes and for God's glory. Thanks for listening.